In this video, I eliminated one driver from the F1 Championship after every single race. Who is the fastest and most consistent driver in Formula 1 in 2025? Stay tuned to find out. My name is Chris, welcome back to CFRacing, and enjoy the video. So race 1 starts off here in Australia here as we have Jack Doohan currently in the hot seat on lap 3 out of 55. And then on lap 9 out of 58, Jack Doohan absolutely bins it and he's into the wall. And I guess that's going to mean Jack Doohan is the first driver eliminated in this simulation here. A little bit unfortunate there. You can see him try to take the, I think that's turn 10 and 11, and he hits the wall and just absolutely demolishes the car in his home track in Australia. So yeah, guys, Doohan eliminated. Moving on to China now. Like, as you can see, Doohan is out. He is the driver that says out there along with the other two drivers. But Albon now is the lowest of the running drivers remaining on lap 1 out of 56. He qualified dead last besides Jack Doohan, but he's already eliminated, obviously. So yeah, come on, Albon. You're really going to have to pick it up here. Could be between Bortoletos. We have a virtual safety car now as George Russell. We have a heavy hitter. George Russell crashed in turn 8. I believe he's battling, yeah, he's battling his former teammate, Lewis Hamilton here in China, and he just lost the rear of the car. That's kind of like what Jack Doohan just did in the FP2 here in Japan. But here, George Russell eliminated second last, P19 for him and Mercedes. That is very unfortunate there. Now we move on to Japan. We have Doohan and George Russell eliminated. It is the home race of Yuki Tsunoda. Unfortunately, I recorded the footage before Yuki Tsunoda was promoted to Red Bull and Liam Lawson was demoted to RB. As you can see the Ferrari team warming up there. As we're starting right now, Ollie Behrman is the one in the hot seat. He's starting in dead last here in Suzuka. He's going to have to make up a couple places. As you can see, Stroll and Carlos Sainz are the two drivers ahead of him there. Behrman is going through the last couple chicanes there, as even my team, who I was controlling, are not even eliminated yet, which is kind of funny. Here we got eyes on the home hero, Yuki Tsunoda. He had a little bit of a lockup, went a little bit deep into the corner. Not going to really lose him any positions there. He's running up where the Mercedes and the Red Bulls are, so he's doing pretty good. Now we're looking back at Ollie Behrman as he has a major lockup and runs off the track there. I believe that's at the second, I forget what that's called, the Dunlop curve, one of the two corners here. And now the rain, it is starting to rain just a little bit, and I guess Behrman's day gets from bad to worse, as Behrman, he needs to gain 4 seconds to catch up to Lance Stroll here, and he's got 40 laps to do it. But, I mean, we're going to have to see if Behrman can do it. He's been looking like the slowest driver all day. And then look at this, Yuki Tsunoda. He's binned it from like a P8. All he had to do was finish this race and he would have been completely fine. But Yuki Tsunoda crashed here on turn, or in turn 9. What happened here? He hit one of the right-handers, and on the second right-hander in the wet, he just lost the rear of the car. And that means Yuki Tsunoda eliminated in Japan, the third driver out of this competition. Now, guys, we're going to move on to Bahrain here as Isaac Hadjar now is in the hot seat, and hopefully he can make up some positions because Yuki Tsunoda was eliminated last week, and we had a pile-up in turn 1. I don't know what happened there. I tried to get the replay. I think it was something to do with Carlos Sainz. I don't know who he had contact with. I'm going to click the replay right now, but it seems like it was a Carlos Sainz issue. I don't really know who it. I think he hit Antonelli, the car in front, or was that Hulkenberg beside him? It's really hard to tell because it doesn't say any of them have damage. But then later on in this race, Ollie Behrman and this is Lance Stroll. They have contact. That takes out Ollie Behrman's front wing as he barely survived last week, and now he doesn't have a front wing, or he has some front wing damage, but it's not looking good for Ollie Behrman. Here we have Liam Lawson running in P19 right now. He's got to make up a lot of positions. He just went in for a pit stop, but I just saw him running as low as he was, so I decided to go on board with him. He's got to make up quite a few spots. He has 11 seconds to gain on Lance Stroll right now at the moment. I mean, he clearly had some sort of issue. And now we're riding on board with Carlos Sainz. There's a replay here as he had contact with Mr. Lance Stroll. As, oh man, Sainz just got absolutely taken out by Lance Stroll. They're both still in this race actually, so it's not terrible for them. Now we have another incident with Liam Lawson. He's up into 6th now. He had a contact with Kimi Antonelli. Nothing too crazy there, but I don't know why these guys are fighting. All you have to do is not come last. But unfortunately, speaking of last, we're riding on board again with Ollie Behrman on the final lap. He had a mechanical fault. He had damage today. Not a good race for Oliver Behrman. He is 11.5 seconds behind Carlos Sainz on the last lap. And I think it's pretty safe to say that Ollie Behrman is going to be eliminated here. in Bahrain, round 4 of the season. Now we move on to round 5 in Saudi Arabia, and Bortoleto is the one who's starting dead last. He's going to have some overtaking to do. He's got 2 out cars already. Then he's got to catch up to Carlos Sainz in that Williams there, as we are riding on board with Hulkenberg right now, as he had a little bit of an incident. I believe he just nicked the wall just a little bit. He did nick the wall, but he's still in this race. Nico Hulkenberg is still in this race here. I don't know how. Usually that does DNF the car in the F1 manager game, but that did not. As that's next up, the teammate of Hulkenberg, Bortoleto, he hit the wall into exiting the final corner there. He is also still in this race. Kind of interesting there. Bortoleto, he had a lot of damage. The team's really decided not to fix the car. He's had mechanical faults and everything. He is 2 minutes behind right now with 20 laps to go. He basically just needs a miracle, I won't lie to you, or else he's going to be eliminated, but we'll just have to see. And a miracle Bortoleto got as Lando Norris pushes Charles Leclerc into the wall, into the final corner, DNFing Charles Leclerc. He is going to be unfortunately eliminated, and I guess I just can't have nice things as a Ferrari fan, but look how pissed off the Ferrari team is. I mean, if I was in charge of this, I mean, I was, but I would have taken out Lando Norris for taking out him, but he's Charles Leclerc eliminated. And then we move on to Miami, as Esteban Ocon now is the driver in the hot seat, as he started dead last. Quite a thrilling Grand Prix right now. As you can see, lap 1 at 57. He's got to overtake Bortoleto, and he's probably going to have a good fight with Hadjar a little bit later on. So we have the red flag out right now because of Carlos Sainz. He completely binned it. The game just completely broke and froze, and I didn't get a replay of it. But Carlos Sainz crashed. I don't know what happened. I didn't get a replay of it, but he was the next one eliminated here in Miami. Then we're going to move on to the next round in Imola. So Liam Lawson here in Imola was one of the guys who actually has the pit lane start feature activated. So you can see he started from the pit lane. He's way far behind right now. Next up we have Bortoleto and Lance Stroll. They're both still running in this Elimination Championship, as Bortoleto absolutely clobbers the back of Lance Stroll. That means Gabriel Bortoleto is going to be the one eliminated here in Imola as we move on to Monaco now. Here in Monaco, you guys can see Lance Stroll, unfortunately, is the one starting from last, and he does actually have damage. So he's got to make up quite a few spots here, and it's in Monaco, so that's going to be a tough task. Let's see if maybe his pit stop strategy will be all right. Then, later on in this race, Isaac Hadjar did hit the wall. That is going to start dropping him down, as he has front wing damage. That's quite unfortunate there for Isaac Hadjar. Pierre Gasly causes a, looks like he caused a crash here. Yes, he does cause a crash. He DNFs from this race. This is going to keep Lance Stroll alive once again, as Gasly is eliminated from this championship in Monaco. Heading over to Spain now, round 9 of the season. Albon is starting from the pit lane. That's a little bit unfortunate there. But we do have yellow flags out for some reason. I don't really know why yellow flags are out, but Esteban Ocon does have damage. You guys can see there was a crash involving multiple cars here. It is between Esteban Ocon and the 2 drivers that I just tried to DNF like right away, which is really annoying. It sucks that they had contact on the first lap, but there's nothing I can do. I needed to be an extra team there just to make this as realistic as possible. So Ocon now does have damage. So that's not good. But on lap 10 here, you can see Lance Stroll also has a little bit of damage from what I don't really know. But Ocon is ahead of him now. So Stroll is now the runner in the hot seat here. So that's not good for Lance Stroll. He's got to make up some time. He's got to catch up to Albon, who is, I mean, just a second ahead of him. So it's not really too crazy here. And then Lance Stroll, later on in this Grand Prix, he has an engine issue and he ends up retiring from this race. So Lance Stroll is eliminated. Yeah, you can see Lance Stroll not happy there, as he swore when he was in the pit lane. Fortunate there for Mr. Lance Stroll, even the Aston Martin team. So now all their hopes and dreams rely on Fernando Alonso. Round 10 here in Canada, Albon again starts in last. He's having a fun time starting in last in these Grand Prix right here. Yeah, kind of strange, but he is starting last, so he's going to have to catch up to Hadjar, who's a couple spots ahead, and Ocon, who's a couple spots ahead as well. Antonelli had a spin later on in this Grand Prix, just avoided. I believe that was Carlos Sainz. Antonelli gets back onto the track. He looks like he's going to be okay. And then you can see up there on the top, Oscar Piastri ends up retiring from this race. Don't know why, not able to click the replay. Quite a bit unfortunate there, but Oscar Piastri, he's eliminated. That is unfortunate. That is a huge loss for one of the top 4 teams as well. That's 3 of the top, like, 8 drivers already eliminated halfway through this competition, because Canada is round 10. So that is insane, and we're going to move on to round 11 in Austria. Here in Austria, once again, Albon is starting from last position out of all the runners still available right now. In front of him, I mean, it's a lot of cars. It's from 18th to 13th. You can see Esteban Ocon is the next runner. So that's a couple seconds Albon is going to have to make up. So we're going to have to see if Albon can try to put on an overtaking masterclass here, or if he's just going to be eliminated because he's just the slowest driver right now. But come on, Albon. You're going to have to pick this up as a red flag is out as Albon and Isaac Hadjar just collide in the middle of the track here. I don't know what Albon was doing. Hadjar was like going really slow. But who was eliminated there? I don't think that's going to be Hadjar's fault, and it's not, because Albon was eliminated in Austria. Now moving on to Silverstone. Nico Hulkenberg is the driver starting from last here. So that means Albon finished in 11th or in 10th. That means Albon was in 10th here. This is for P9 right now. Nico Hulkenberg is the one starting in last. He's going to have to make up a lot of spots. I don't know how the heck Nico Hulkenberg and the Sauber is still in this race here. As we can see, Stroll just had a mechanical fault, but he's already eliminated. And we are behind the safety car right now with 6 laps to go. Hulkenberg somehow still in this. You can see Charles Leclerc had a bad race. He's the one that says out below Hulkenberg. And on the last lap here, unfortunately, with all the safety cars, Hulkenberg got no time to catch up to Fernando Alonso, and he is going to be eliminated in Silverstone. Moving into Spa now, you can see Alonso now is in the hot seat. He's the one who's starting in last out of all of the runners. And I forgot to out Nico Hulkenberg's name. It's actually supposed to be Alonso who's in the hot seat right now. He's got to make up quite a couple of spots, and you can see Esteban Ocon has some damage here on lap 8 out of 44. He's now down into P19. He had contact with Hulkenberg earlier on in this race. Forgot to get a video of that because it didn't let me film it. I don't know why it doesn't do that sometimes. But Ocon is going to have to make up a lot of time here, as Ocon is 52 seconds behind with 15 laps to go. It's not looking good for the Haas driver right now. We already have Behrman eliminated. Now it looks like we're going to have Esteban Ocon eliminated. And on the penultimate lap of the race, Esteban Ocon 55 seconds behind Behrman in front, who is then right behind Fernando Alonso. So I don't think Ocon's going to be able to gain 55 seconds in a lap. That's basically the entire lap here at Spa. Like that's like double the lap at Spa. So somehow Yuki Tsunoda won this race, but Esteban Ocon is going to be the one eliminated here in Spa. Then heading into Hungary, Isaac Hadjar now is the one in the hot seat. Somehow he's still running amazingly as a rookie right now for the V-Carb team. So he's doing very well. Come on, Isaac Hadjar. And he's still running in 11th, which is not horrible. Like, he's going to have to catch up to Alonso, obviously. But I think he can do it. He's had some pretty solid pace in this simulation so far here. And get a load of this. 15 laps to go. We have a battle between Isaac Hadjar and Fernando Alonso. Basically, every single other round has been pretty obvious on who's going to be eliminated, unless there was a crash like last minute here. But look at this. We have Isaac Hadjar battling Fernando Alonso. 15 laps to go here in Hungary as Hadjar. He wasn't even born when Fernando Alonso was winning his championships. Now they're battling for this position here, P10 on the road. Who will be eliminated and who will not be eliminated? Look at the defense by the two-time, like, 44-year-old world champion. And then we got the rookie Isaac Hadjar. I think he's going to pull the move off. He does on the hard tires. What a move for Isaac Hadjar. As we're heading to the final lap, Alonso, you can see he fell off a cliff. He has lost 20 seconds to Isaac Hadjar. I mean, those softs compared to Hadjar's tires fell off a lot as Alonso was eliminated. As we move on to Spa now, Lewis Hamilton. We have not heard anything from Hamilton right now. We're in the Netherlands. He is starting from the pit lane in a wet Dutch Grand Prix. He's going to need a great performance today to claw right out of any. So Lewis Hamilton on lap 28 has made up quite a couple of spots now, and he's actually overtaken Liam Lawson. So now Liam Lawson is the driver on the fringe of being eliminated here. He's going to be hunting Lewis Hamilton down, though. You can see Hamilton and Lawson, they're 3/10 away from each other, and in front of Hamilton is an eliminated Fernando Alonso. So look at this. Can Liam Lawson make the move right now on Liam Lawson? We're going to have to see if he can make the move on Lewis Hamilton. Doesn't look like he can, as Hamilton covers the inside and the outside lane there. As we have an incident between Alonso and Stroll. They're both eliminated, by the way. I just wanted to show this because it's really funny that we had a double Aston Martin DSQ. That's really funny. So I just thought that was really funny here. Look at this. with on lap 59 out of 72, we have like 12, 13 laps to go in this race. Liam Lawson is hunting down his teammate, Max Verstappen, who has a mechanical issue here, as now Max Verstappen, in his home Grand Prix out of all of the races, is in the hot seat. I wonder if there's going to be some team orders here. Will it be Lawson being held back by Verstappen? It doesn't look like it, because look at this. Our Lawson is still up there, but he put on brand new tires. Verstappen is on old intermediate tires. It's drying now in this race. Lawson is on slicks. Verstappen is on inters. Can Verstappen nurse these tires to the end, or will Liam Lawson catch up to him? On the final lap, 7.8 seconds to go. Look at this. It's a 7.5 second gap. I mean, Verstappen and Lawson still got another lap to do after this, because the leader, who is Charles Leclerc, already took the white flag here. But it's 5.8 seconds. It's going to be very close between Liam Lawson and Max Verstappen. I think Lawson's going to get him, because they're going to have to do another lap, because they are behind the leaders here. Can Max Verstappen somehow defend against Liam Lawson? 5 seconds in one lap when he's on worn inters and Liam Lawson is on a brand new soft tires. We're going to stay on board with this final lap here, because it's going to be very interesting. You can see Hadjar's pulled away from Max Verstappen because he put on the nice tires there. But Lawson, 3.8 seconds now. Verstappen is pushing as much as he can. He did overtake Jack Doohan, I believe that was. But Lawson is 3.3 seconds. He's gaining 3.1. It's the slick tires on a dry track. Obviously, it's going to be faster than intermediates on a dry track. I mean, that's just got to be given there. I'm sure those inters are blowing up right now for Verstappen. Their tire temperatures are crazy. It is 1.9 seconds, and we are heading into the final sector here. I don't know who will be eliminated. Will it be Max Verstappen eliminated in his home Grand Prix as Charles Leclerc won the race, or will it be Liam Lawson? 1.1. Liam Lawson does not have DRS to Jack Doohan here. It's now 8 tenths, 6 tenths. It's going to be so close. It's going to come down to the final corner here. As you can see, there's grass on the track. It's half a second now, heading in to one corner to go. I think Lawson might be able to get him. He's going to have the drive off this corner. Will it be Lawson or Verstappen? I think it's going to be Lawson. I don't think Verstappen can get up to speed in time, and he doesn't, as Liam Lawson drives right around him, eliminating Max Verstappen in his home Grand Prix. Wow, that is absolutely unbelievable, as Verstappen places 6th in this championship. As now we move on to Monza, as Isaac Hadjar is now the driver on the hot seat. Come on, Isaac Hadjar. I'm really rooting for you there, buddy. As then we have some drama between Liam Lawson right now. He's still running in this race. I have no idea how. He does have damage, so that does suck for him. But he's running, he's 7 seconds behind, and I think Liam Lawson is going to be the one eliminated, and it is Liam Lawson as he parks it right at the end of the Ascari chicane. He has no drive in the car. Liam Lawson finishes in 5th, actually beating his teammate Max Verstappen. That is quite impressive, as now we're going to move on to Baku, and as obviously Isaac Hadjar. I mean, somehow he's still in this. He's the one driving in last at the moment, but good for Isaac Hadjar. I wanted to see him do very well. He's in 9th right now. He's driving fantastic, and somehow the RB has been such an amazing car, and I guess that's kind of similar to real life, because they're actually pretty good in real life right now. But I want to see Isaac Hadjar win this entire thing. Now, we can look at this. We have a battle between Isaac Hadjar and Yuki Antonelli, as Antonelli does defend against Isaac Hadjar there. And we have another battle. You can see Kimi Antonelli. Hadjar did overtake him, as Antonelli now is still running lower than anybody. You can see he does have this mechanical fault on the right-hand side there. And oh, Antonelli absolutely bins it as hard as he possibly can, as he causes a red flag, causing Kimi Antonelli eliminated. He's going to be 4th in the final standings here. We have 2 races to go, Singapore and Circuit of the Americas. What's going to happen? We have Hadjar, Lando Norris, and Lewis Hamilton, as we are now in a wet Singapore Grand Prix. Isaac Hadjar, obviously, he doesn't have the car of Hamilton and Norris. He's going to be the one starting from the farther back on the grid, as we have a red flag. I don't know who crashed. I think it's Behrman and Ocon. Looks like it's going to be a double Haas. Yeah, it is a double Haas. Both of them will just destroy their front wings. They, like, evaporated. That's kind of funny. We have a double Haas red flag right now. I think that's really funny. Later, we have Norris and Oscar Piastri battling. Piastri's already out, but Norris scrapes the wall a little bit. That could be terrible for Lando Norris, as Isaac Hadjar now is going to be trying as fast as he can to catch up. But look at this, it's not. Isaac Hadjar is out. I don't know what happened. He's just out. Oh, no, I do know what happened. We have a replay. Isaac Hadjar. All he had to do was just survive. But no, under the slick conditions in Singapore, Hadjar slams into the wall after the first DRS zone. He is unfortunately eliminated, and we're going to the final round now in Circuit of the Americas. It's going to be Lewis Hamilton versus Lando Norris. Isaac Hadjar put a valiant effort to finish on the podium in the simulation, but right now Lewis Hamilton is in front in second, and Lando Norris is running in fifth. But anybody can win this race. As you can see, Tsunoda there, he's running in third. He's doing fantastic. Charles Leclerc is leading this race. I wouldn't be surprised if Ferrari does some team orders right now to give Hamilton the spot. But look at this, Max Verstappen now is in the lead with Hamilton in second and Lando Norris in third. It's going to be a battle between the two of them all race, I would assume. You can see Verstappen on the softs, Hamilton on the mediums, and Lando Norris both on the mediums. Now Hamilton is in first place on lap 13 out of 56, but don't be surprised if Lando Norris comes right back right now. And we're watching a replay right now as Lando Norris has said he's losing power. That is not good. He's having an engine issue. That is the worst thing that could possibly happen right now. And you can see he's getting overtaken by Andrea, Kimi, and Antonelli. Lando Norris dropping like an absolute rock right now. He's 11 seconds behind Max Verstappen. Sorry, that's Lewis Hamilton. Lap 37 out of 56. Ferrari fans, it might be your time to rejoice right now. This might be the greatest thing that's going to happen to us all season. Maybe besides the China sprint race here, as Loris is just complaining more and more about his engine. He is losing power every single time. Lando Norris is down to 6th, and we are now on the final lap of this race. Somehow Verstappen's in the lead. We got George Russell in second, and Hamilton, he's doing all he needs to do. He is in third. He went for another pit stop because it does not really matter, but Hamilton on the final lap, I believe he's going to be our champion for this Elimination Championship right now. Can he just somehow... I mean, he's like 20 seconds ahead of Norris. I think he's going to be okay. I mean, we even have a Sauber ahead of Norris right now. That's absolutely unreal. Lance Stroll has a puncture on the last lap of this race. That's really funny, as Hamilton looks like he's going to be overtaking both Mercedes. Oh my goodness, that is a double. It's a Mercedes sandwich. I mean, past, present, and future of Mercedes right there. Russell, Antonelli, and Hamilton. That's kind of hilarious, but Hamilton does end up getting up into second on the final lap here. Insult to injury for Lando Norris, but today has gone the way of Lewis Hamilton on the final lap here. He's going to be your champion. Ferrari fans, we finally have something to celebrate for the first time ever. Well, actually, since like 2008 when we won the Constructors' Championship. But around the final corner, Lewis Hamilton is going to be your champion for the Elimination Championship. Congratulations. What a drive. What a consistent season. Great job, Lewis Hamilton.